Hi reader friends, welcome back to Storytime. Today I have another video for you, which is called Exploring is Not for Me, written by Nancy Jean and illustrated by Lucy Shin. Before we get started, subscribe and like for more reading stories like this. Let's get started. It's not going to be any fun, George complained. Oh, Georgie, think of all the exploring we can do, Gemma sang as she danced out of the door. Mumsy loaded the car and gave George his extra special, super soft Travel Lovely. She honked the horn. Away we go. This is gonna be so boring, George grumbled. But Georgie, Gemma explained, we can play with our paw friends at the park. George covered his head and groaned. This trail is making my teeth chatter. They bounced along like a rickety roller coaster ride. When the tent was up, Gemma unpacked her special spy glasses. These will help me find the B-E-S-T, best treasures. George and Gemma's friends stopped by. We're going exploring. Are you two in? You bet your wagging tails I am, Gemma cheered. This spunky, plucky explorer is definitely in. George replied, Nah, exploring is not for me. George went on fussing with his blankets, but he could not get his bed just right. He circled left, but it did not feel perfect. He circled right, but it did not feel perfect. George even tried pawing with all his might, but his bed did not still feel right. A blackbird whistled above George. Hey, doggy, we're exploring. Want to join us? But George was busy pouting about his perfectly imperfect situation. He sighed. Exploring is not for me. We're searching for treasures, rambled a cheeky squirrel to George. Want to join our team? Nope, exploring is not for me. That night, Gemma was excited about the annual treasure hunt. Tomorrow we must start searching. Let's WIN win the grand prize. When George woke up, Gemma was already gone. He noticed her special spy glasses. Oh no, Gem will need these. He headed down the trail to find her. Oh, Georgie, you're here, Gemma cheered. Help us find something speckled. Georgie, you have to keep moving, Gemma reminded him. Reluctantly, George crept into the water. It was so cold. But George did not like the cold water. Shivering, he shuffled the shore and shook off the water. A cheer erupted when Gemma found a speckled stone. All they needed now was something super velvety and soft. But time was running out. Just then, a duck swooped and disappeared downstream. George recognized this special bird. An idea to form as George followed the duck around the edge of the rocky shore. He kept climbing as the rocks got bigger. His paws were sore by the time he reached that salt marsh. That's when George came to a sudden stop. He had stepped into cold water. It's too cold. But then he thought about how much Gemma wanted to win. He could hear her words. Georgie, you have to keep moving. He thought about the grand prize. I love treats. Slowly, he stepped into the cold water again. He moaned a little, he groaned a lot. And finally, he reached a grassy nesting area. Hi, George said shyly to Mommy Elder Duck. Will you be needing this? He pointed to the nest. Not anymore. My babies have hatched, replied Mama Elder Duck. Do you know anyone who could use it? Oh, yes, I do, Jory smiled, scooping up that precious treasure. Thank you, thank you, thank you. As quickly as he could, George headed back. Gemma's words helped him through the cold water. Climbing through rocks was a little easier when he imagined all those treats. George heard the warning horns down in the distance. Oh no, the hunt is almost over. He had to get back to Gemma. Gem! George shouted. I found the last treasure. He held up the softest, velvety, soft nest in the whole wide world. Possum Park, where dogs rule and cats enter at their own peril. Gemma jumped with joy and sang, Oh, Georgie, you are the BEST best explorer. Everyone clapped and cheered. That night, George had the best sleep in his brand new, softest, velvety soft bed that was perfectly perfect. The end! I hope you enjoyed this small story with me. Subscribe and like for more videos like this, and I'll see you in another video. Bye, reader friends! Keep on reading!